Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to watch The Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 14, Defenders of the Peace, which I guess is that village are people that are peaceful, and are we going to be defending that peace? Stress, that does make it seem so that it's not going to be an episode in which they're like, thanks for your hospitality, pop in the ship and fly away. The stress is going to come. So a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and you get those 2 weeks in advance, and you can also get the edited version 1 week in advance. So if that's 2 weeks in advance, I'm pretty sure all of Season 1 is now currently up on my Patreon. And yeah, anyway, let's go. It was so beautiful here. This is what they feared. But war would have come here eventually.
You're going to surrender? But how can you...
Stop. If the Lurmen
It's their choice.
We won't force them into war.
Yeah.
I knew colonies.
Yeah.
Ransack this dung heap.
Yep, and they're not here. I thought they were going to come here following our survivors, but they haven't. They're just here anyway.
We cannot help them without being drawn into their war.
Who's to say next time they won't say they want some of your people to go and fight?
Track the Jedi. Follow them and make sure they get off-world.
You know, I can't figure those villagers not wanting to fight. No pride, I guess.
I'm afraid, my loves, you were brainwashed into it from childhood, from existence. She's a teenager. Oh dear. Fuck. See? Ahsoka's not weirdly like, she picked the greater good over Anakin. There's a Master Jedi at work for you.
I'm getting stronger all the time, Snips.
Well, yeah, they are making a base for themselves.
I'm ready for that.
No, I'm no. What are they? What is it that's here that they want? Just a staging post or a testing ground?
Organic matter, but leave machines unharmed.
Your organic matter. Roger, Roger, no.
Should we take cover? No, idiot. It is not even gonna hit us.
Oh no! I knew one of them always dies. I'll please save him. Okay, that was Rex. Rex is always gonna be fine. That's what I suspected.
I specifically chose this planet because it is inhabited. A colony.
You can't make peace with people like this
Prepare to move out.
and concede things to them.
Hey, what was that?
They're so stupid. They're so stupid. You think by now they'd have better Roger droids?
Cannot have any surprises for the general. 4724. How does the West End check out?
I love them.
We must defend ourselves.
Mounting a defense is still engaging in...
Then flee, hide.
Our belief, we're no better than they are. For
Then flee and hide.
not change our more. If it is our destiny to be destroyed in your way,
No.
so be it.
Okay, right. Well, the villagers appear to have put some pods together in a barrier.
He didn't notice they were Jedi.
Thank you for what you're trying to do.
At least take your people and run.
But if we can withstand that weapon, we'll draw them in.
If is a big word there. Is this going to convince him that they need to fight because that's what was coming for them and it had nothing to do with the Jedi being there? They would all be dead. It's a good job they're so stupid because it makes them quite bad fighters as well. Like, Jedi end up behind them and they just keep walking instead of turning and getting someone from behind. You can at least hide.
Sir, there's a Jedi heading right for us.
Then blast him!
Blast him!
Have to do this.
Oh, new generation. I love the rolling. Yes, destroy the weapon!
There goes my promotion.
The weapon?
Yeah, they didn't do any killing. Yeah.
Perhaps we do owe you thanks. But I still wonder, at what cost?
I mean, it is true that now, like, they are a avowed enemy of the Separatists, but, you know, they're not dead. Because assuming that they sent where they were, what planet they were on, and the Separatists will know that they have, like, fought against them, but then, at the same time, they were gonna be murdered. Again, this episode continued to explore the concept of pacifism. Now, the world, the universe, whatever, would be so much better if we could just take out conflicts and war altogether, especially when you look to, like, medieval wars, when it was like, I want that bit of land, let's go fight, you know. But there are, I guess, some circumstances where war is inevitable, and often what makes the war inevitable would be the fact that you can't just say, yeah, cool, come invade us, you need to fight back. And I do think that in recent history there have been wars in which there were other solutions. War is not always the solution, but there are circumstances in which being the defensive side, or, you know, the side trying to stop the bad side, like World War II, for example. Sure, like, we could have everyone could have sat back and been like, oh, if Hitler wants Europe, he can have it. Oh, who cares who he kills? You know, that of course not. Now, was World War II devastating and awful? Yes. Would it be better if we could have made it never happen? Yes. But the alternative would be worse, in so many ways. So it's kind of a fine line, and the situation they were in, to begin with, I can understand, you know, you don't want it, but the fact that the Separatists came here of their own free will, it wasn't even they tracked the Jedi ship. It was literally just, if the Jedi had never been here, they'd all be dead. And when it comes down to it, I can kind of understand in the moment when the Separatists arrive, just having the attitude of just, we'll survive this, at least we'll be alive. But the minute you figure out they've got a weapon and intend to kill you all, the fact that he was still like, we'll keep our beliefs, that's when you think, especially when you then see what the younger generation do, which was the same methods they used to trap the beasts. They just, you know, contained them, and then sure, Ahsoka went and finished them all off, but, you know, you have to be willing to adapt. And you can stay within your code. You know, they didn't cross the line of their code. They defended themselves. They didn't kill anyone. They did exactly what they do when the beasts attacked to the Separatists. And again, you kind of, I don't know what the Star Wars logic is on on droids and personalities and feelings, but like R2-D2, C-3PO, BB-8, to me, they have little personalities. But these, as much as I adore the Roger droids, surely in your code, killing them would be different to killing the dude, the Admiral dude. You know, you could fight to disable, you could fight to take prisoners rather than fighting to kill. And, you know, there are ways you can stick within your code without letting yourselves die. Like, that old leader of the village was going to stand there and just let every single person in his village get murdered. And you kind of think that is where you go too far with pacifism. You need to be able to defend yourself. So I like that the younger generation were able to stick within the values that they had been taught, stick within what they believed, but fight for themselves and protect themselves and accept the Jedi. And okay, yeah, the future for that little planet, who knows? Because the Separatists are aware of it. The Jedi, I guess, will kind of try and keep an eye on it, but they are fighting a war. They've got planets all over the place. They can't exactly keep an eye on every single planet. So yes, there is every danger that Separatists will come back. But if they hadn't have fought back, the cost would have been every single one of you burning to death. So, you know, at least you'd get a few more months of life if they come back and kill you all. Maybe they could move on to a different world, you know, a different part of the world. There are all sorts of things they could do, given that they were refugees here. I don't know how they got here. So I can understand why the concept of pacifism, but again, he took it too far, and even his line at the end, at what cost? Your lives! You still have them. That's the cost. It was good to kind of see Anakin back on his feet, good seeing Ahsoka and them all working as a team, more of the Roger, more of the, we've taken prisoner another high-ish ranking member of the Separatist Alliance, which is hopefully good. He's not going to escape in the next episode, we can hope. And I really enjoyed this episode. So yeah, reminder, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, 2 weeks in advance, and the edited version 1 week in advance. Thank you so much for watching.